Hey everyone, take a look at this, and sorry if you can hear what I'm doing. I'm actually getting ready to dye my hair right now. Um, so when probably a couple of years ago, I was really sick for a long time. I kept getting a urinary tract infection, right? And it just wouldn't go away. It wouldn't go away. And it would seem to like go away, but like I still knew it was there. I could still feel it there. But when I would go to the doctor and stuff and like take the tests and everything, I would come up negative. And I would be like, please, I still feel it. I know it's there. And they're like, are you feeling pain? And I'm like, no, I don't feel pain. I just feel the sensation and I know it's there. But they didn't quite seem to believe me. They wanted to like they always wanted to send it out for labs or whatever, and then when the labs would come back they'd be like, well, your white blood cell count is really high and blah blah blah, and then they would put me on another round of some stupid antibiotic, right? When I what I really needed was like the IV shit. And so I got really sick, and I got a really bad fever. And I remember just being cold, feeling so cold. I was shivering, and my body felt cold, right? But in reality, I was burning up, okay? But I didn't know this, right? In this moment, at that moment, and I'm like at the middle of the night, okay, when this is happening to me, and I wake up and I'm shivering cold. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm so cold. Why am I so cold? I feel like crap. I've got this flu that won't go away. And so I've got asthma. And so sometimes I'll go and I'll hang out in the shower to kind of help myself breathe and stuff. And so I went and I got in the shower, and I was just so cold. I kept turning the heat up and the heat up and the heat up. And it was so hot. I guess I was so hot. I started to like white out. I started to faint a little. And I was like, oh God, I got to get out of the shower, you know? And so I kind of like stumble my ass out of the shower, and I'm trying to dry myself off. And I'm like holding on to the world, um, but I'm holding on to the counter. And I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm like spinning, right? And I can see my skin is red. And I close my eyes for a minute because I'm starting to get dizzy. But when I close my eyes, I'm like still facing the mirror, right? The bathroom mirror. And when I close my eyes, I can see the edge of the mirror, but everything is black, right? But the edge of the mirror is dripping with fire. Like dripping, like liquid fire dripping from the edges of the mirror. And that's what I noticed first. And then as my gaze like goes down to where I would be standing, I saw a figure standing in front of me. And it was haunting. It was terrifying. It looked like a, a creature from a movie, right? It was solid gold, but it almost shone like light, right? And hold on. Miha, you gotta go, baby. Go, please. Go. Sorry, this is what it is to be a mother. Okay. Being standing in front of me, I am holding on for dear life to the counter. The mirror is dripping fire, and there is this golden figure of light standing in front of me. Yet it's haunting, right? It's terrifying me. I'm scared. My heart is racing because its face is in motion. And what I mean is, it has not only one face, but three faces that keep interchanging, keep uh, just flashing a pattern of different faces. The first face that I saw was a finnick fox. I laugh because they're so specific. But the first one I saw was a finnick fox with the real big ears and the cute little pointed face. The second thing I saw was a peregrine falcon, which is also like a really sweetly faced falcon, but it's really fierce and it's like super fast. And then the third face I saw was the one that frightened me because it looked like the face of the alien creature from the reoccurring nightmare that I used to have when I was a kid. But she was golden instead of like putrid and purple. She was like metallic gold. And but she had the same eyes and the same like non-mouth thing. I don't know, you had to be there. And like the same like head shape, but she was wearing a Valkyrie's helmet with the golden wings on it. And the body, I remember, was wearing golden like golden Valkyrie armor, almost like Valeria from uh Conan the Barbarian, like the old Arnold Schwarzenegger Conan the Barbarian. It's like my favorite movie. That's kind of what her gear looked like, but she was not a person. Okay? Um and those faces kept changing, interchanging, and I'm like spinning, and I'm looking at this thing, my heart's racing, and I open my eyes real fast and I look at myself and I just like see myself with my little bloodshot eyes, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, that was not real. And I close my eyes again. Okay. And it comes back. It was still there. All right. It was still there. And I was scared of it. Right. And I kind of like backed up. And when I backed up, it backed up. And I was like, what the fuck? So I lifted one hand and it lifted one hand. And I waved at myself and it waved at me. And that's when I was like, oh shit, that's me. And then I like whited out, and I like had to sit on the ground. And when I was able to get up, I had to go to the emergency room, and like they did a CAT scan on me, and I had a really bad kidney infection. I had like cysts forming on my kidneys from the infection, and I had to be on really strong antibiotics for a long time because nobody believed me. Speak up for yourself. Don't just let it go, because maybe there's something inside of you that's bigger than you know. I tried talking to her once, actually. Sounds weird. I'm actually not even dyeing my hair. Crap. Dye your hair, stupid. I mean, silly. Ugh. Sorry, I'm trying to not talk to myself so meanly. Um, when I first moved into my grandparents' house, I was trying to take over my grandparents' house after my uncle ruined it. He like took their house and just trashed the poor thing. And so me and my husband were attempting to rebuild this home that was a big part of me growing up, and we were doing our best. But it was turning out, it was getting better. It was getting better. We took trailers and trailers of trash just out of there. Just those big old long trailers that they come and dump at like construction sites. That's what we had to get. My uncle was like an old construction dude. And he just had just trash everywhere. Trash my grandparents' house. And so we did our best to clean it up. And uh at that time I was feeling really at peace. I was getting rid of all this old stuff. I felt really in touch with Nana and Papa, my grandparents. There's these old trees that were on the property that were two big old spruce trees. And I would sit under those trees and I called them Nana and Papa, and I would give them big hugs because I'm a weirdo, and I I miss those trees. Stupid. Stop it. Stop it. Sorry. Oh, yuck. Uh, anyways, I need to calm myself down. Um, I would meditate a lot more there, and I felt a lot more peace there, honestly, than I do at my current home, which is probably not a good sign. But when I was there, I had this moment where I decided to talk to the woman or the creature in the mirror. And there's this like certain like like a meditation kind of video that I like to listen to, where it's this lady with a real soft voice who kind of like leads you down into a basement and like your mind and stuff, and like it gets you there is what I'm trying to say. Like, I was trying to get there and she was getting me there, and I got there, and while I was there I tried speaking to the golden figure, and I got through to her. She came out. She came through for me. And I asked her um, what she came for. And she said to feel. And I asked her where she came from. And she said that where she came from, you cannot feel. She said she came from before the light. And I asked her what her name was. And she told me that her name was Aurora. And I believe her. I haven't spoke to her in a very long time, but I know she's in there, and I don't know why I'm thinking about her right now, but I think I need to contact her again. If anybody's listening to me and you think I am a freaking lunatic, you're right. I am, because I believe this shit. When I looked up the meaning of the name Aurora. It meant dawn. And she told me she came from before the light. There's something more. This one was a weird one. I guess if you listen this long, then welcome to my crazy brain. We do this all the time. I just don't ever get to talk to anybody. And so this feels really good. And if anybody listens, thanks. And if nobody listens, thanks. Because it feels really good to, like, get this shit out. I don't know. It makes me feel a little less crazy. Like, maybe if somebody's listening and they listened this long, it's because they feel the same shit too. There's something more out there, something more in us. I want to know what's in there. Who is in there? What do you gotta say? How do I get her to talk more? I gotta get there. Sometimes when, like, I get confirmation on something, I get this, like, it's almost like licking a 9-volt battery, right? You know, that, like, kind of metally electric feeling that you get on your tongue, but all over the top of my head. It used to be on the back of my head, like straight at the back of my dome, like where you would lay down on the back of your head. But lately it's moved to the top of my head, which I think is a good sign. I think means that I'm getting better at it. But man, I've been feeling that a lot lately. I wish I could, like, I don't know. I wish I had time to master it. I got a lot of kids and my family fluctuates. 2 of my kids are from my first marriage and I get them week on, week off. And then my littlest one, she's always here with me. But when the boys are away, she needs mommy a little more, you know what I mean? And so it's kind of hard for me to, like, have time for myself because when the boys are here, they need so much of me because I don't think they have a little bit more of a stricter regiment at um their biological dad's house. And so when they get here where, you know, I'm a little less I don't know, strict with, like, screens and stuff, um they just, I don't know, they want a little more of me. They want a little more of my time. And so I'm just always stretched thin and it's just hard. But this is the journey of being a parent. I gotta find time for me too. I've been actually trying to do it in, like, the early morning. Um, I'm a snoozer. I'm a hardcore snoozer real bad. But I've been trying to not go all the way back to sleep and just kind of, like, lay in that kind of, like, lazy, sleepy, half and half there feeling and trying to feel the strings. I feel like tugs of little strings, and I'm trying to kind of figure out which melody I like best. I kind of see it like that. Like, you ever heard of string theory, like in quantum physics? I feel like astrology, okay, hear me out. I feel like astrology proves string theory, right? Because those magnetic strings pull on each one of us, little tiny magnets down here, from birth. Like, every astrological body, anything out there that's a magnet, is gonna be magnetized to you. And it's, I don't know, I feel like astrology proves string theory. I don't know if that's real or not, like if anybody else thinks that or not, but that was one of my deep thoughts, was every one of us is like a song. Every one of us is a different chord, being pulled by a different planet or star or, you know, galaxy far, far away. And each one of us is our own different song. And that's kind of what we're doing here right now, is kind of like listening to each other's melodies and seeing which ones groove with our tune. Sometimes the beats match up and sometimes the tempo's off. I don't know. I'm completely insane. And if you've listened this long, so are you. And I love your beautiful face.